Gonna press go live on YouTube. Says we are live on YouTube. Facebook says we're live as well. So maybe we'll give it a second and oh my gosh. And I have the laptop with the volume on. So we're live. I heard it. Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. And you are here for the last sort of Q&A session for Journal Creators University. The registration deadline is tonight. And then we close up and get really focused on our students and our 30-day challenge that starts on Monday. So how is everyone doing? Can you guys, some of you are joining us on Facebook, some of you are on YouTube. Want to use the chat on either and let us know that you could see us and hear us. Yusuf is here as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here to answer or to read the questions that you will be sending in to us, and as well as I will be answering some of them in the comment section.
Yeah, I was just gonna I'm gonna close some windows because that's distracting for me. I'm gonna do a lot of the talking. Yusuf's gonna do a lot of the reading. So I'm gonna remove the things that might distract me on this.
Ask them if they can hear us first.
I did.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, they can. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So welcome. I think we have a wide variety of group here. We have some people who are still thinking of joining, some who maybe joined us last time on the Q&A and may have more questions or just want to hear what else we're going to talk about, and some people who have probably already joined and want to join us here because we're going to mention the bonus that we added today. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. And also, I suggested that some of our current students maybe come and encourage you guys to join if you haven't yet already. I think what we're trying to do here is kind of create a community of journal and printables creators and, you know, ultimately digital product creators. And the more of us that are in there, the better it's going to be. We have lots of people with a wide variety of experience, you know, whether it's software and platforms or just marketing experience, business experience. So it'll be great to have everybody in there. And so we will do the bonus in just a little bit. And I think for now, and Yusuf, interrupt me anytime, of course. For now, I'll do, because we did a session last week, right? And a lot of you might have been there. And we did a whole walkthrough of what's included in Journal Creators University. We looked at the members area and stuff. If you missed that, and you find after today that you still want to see that, you can actually go back to the live streams that took place last Thursday. And they're either on the Facebook event page, they're in the Facebook group. It's also in the YouTube, on our YouTube channel under the live streams. I think Yusuf is going to also post links to those in the chat for those various things. So if you do want to go back and review that. So we won't do that today because we're just going to go through this as quickly as we're not in a rush, but just you know, a little more efficiently. And as we get started, and you guys, as you want to ask questions, please use the chat or wherever you're asking. And I'm going to do a really sort of rapid fire answer of our really common questions that we've got. I'm going to answer them very briefly because there's some things that we already covered last time. But if you want elaboration on anything, that's where you can ask in the chat. So some of the questions we've received on a more numerous basis is it for beginners? Absolutely, it's for beginners or for people who have experience. You know, we are catering to everyone. The training kind of walks you through step by step, or you can kind of join us at a higher level, and we will show you how to do that in the orientation on Monday. People also often ask if it's a one-time payment or subscription, and it's a one-time payment. So it's $47 today and today only, and then it shuts. We are shutting down for the rest of the year. We may open it up again in next year, but join today. It's a one-time payment, and you get access to everything you see on that registration page. And the registration page also, I believe it's pinned on the Facebook Live already because it has that feature, but maybe in YouTube we also need to put the registration link if you're able, Yusuf. Other questions are, what if I can't attend the live sessions? No problem, they'll be recorded. What format is the course in? So the self-study stuff that's in there is in, it's written format. It's lessons that you can go through in text format. We also added machine generated audio. So it's actually a robot voice reading what we've written for you. So in case you want to listen while you're doing other things, it's in those two formats. And of course, we are also doing the live sessions, which will be face-to-face video, screen share, and stuff like that. Is it for printables or print on demand journals? It's for whatever you want to do. Like this, it's not limited to certain formats or anything like that. What if I don't have a website? Well, you don't need one. And that you can use the various platforms to sell on. We can even use ours if you decide to join us in the Platinum membership, which is something else, and we'll talk about that a little bit more probably next week. What if you have no design skills? Well, we have templates, and we're going to teach you how to use Canva, which makes it super easy. When are the live sessions? We are meeting this Monday on Mondays, April 1st, April 8th, and 15th. And April 1st and 8th is at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 3 hours before now. April 15th will be at, I think it's 1 hour from now. I think it's 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. First one is an orientation session and a kickoff to the 30-day challenge. We'll walk through everything there. April 8th is a Canva class. April 15th is an using AI tools class. And then I think I just answered the next one I wanted to cover, which was when does the 30-day challenge start? And that's Monday, April 1st. And we'll talk a lot more about that in the session on Monday as well, the orientation session, so you know exactly how to work it. What if I have questions? Well, we have a community for you to ask questions. If you need product support, there is a contact page, and you can get product support, like your account support, that kind of stuff. That's Melody, who is our wonderful customer support person for many years. She can help you with that. But if it's stuff about the course, we have the community. You can come in there and ask. We are there to help you each step of the way. All right, and where should I start when I go we've had people come in, they've put a welcome post in the community and they're not really sure where to go. I'm gonna maybe show my screen. Am I good to go to do that? And then we can.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm in a different room, you guys, so I'm using a different computer and I feel a little discombobulated, but I'm not in my office, but I am actually where I do most of my work, because I don't actually usually work in the office. It's on the couch with these blankets on me, but let's go. So I need to go back to GoToWebinar, and I need to share my screen. All right, one sec. Because remember last time too, I hope that, oh shoot. I've never used GoToWebinar on this computer, and I previously had troubles with that, but I think
you can. What is it they're trying to access? Maybe I can do it.
No, it's the set. Okay, but I'm just it says quit. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this later, and then okay. So I believe I gave it permission, so I should be able to. You guys, let me know. Can you see my screen now, or didn't ask me any? You can't see my screen, right?
No, not yet.
No, that's weird. I think it said I needed to restart. We actually have our doggy is in here. I would like to show you guys. Haven't seen Biscuit in a while. Biscuit and Scouty is visiting here, but Biscuit had to go to the vet this morning, so I'm trying to stay close to her. So I'm on the on the other computer. So what I have open is why won't it even say anything? It's just saying I have to go back. That sucks. I'm just in the members area, Yusuf, okay. Of the Journal Creators University on the main page.
Okay, I'll go in and share my screen instead.
Okay. And I think that's really all I wanted to show. There's a few pages inside there that we could go to. And maybe while you're doing that, I'll turn, it says I'm sharing my screen, but I think I have to restart. All right. All right. So while Yusuf is getting organized, and thank you for your patience. So, what brought you guys here today? Are you already registered to join us, or are you still thinking about it, or just so that we have an idea of who's here with us? And we will share that bonus. So if you join us, we are adding a little bonus that I think is kind of cool. And Yusuf will be able to help me with that screen. I will show you what's there. So Colleen says, oh, all the screens are moving as you start to share screen. I'm starting daily journaling prompts on Be Connected, streaming to YouTube. Oh, nice. It's the start of my new morning routine. I have so many ideas. Awesome. Eileen's thinking, never made a journal. Aisha joined yesterday, and I have Facebook. Why don't I even have Facebook open anymore? Are you have Facebook open? Is there any comments before we go into?
So I'm sharing the screen right now. And
I know, but on Facebook, I just was reading the question I just asked. Sue is saying she's still debating between journals and your upcoming planners. Yeah. What time and time zone is the deadline today, says Cynthia. I'm still reading YouTube if you want to check Facebook. What time and sorry. I do know what you said. So tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And yeah, you'll get access to all the templates, the training, there's the self-study training, the community, the 30-day challenge, the live training. Also, anyone who does join now, you're in there forever, right? So when the next time we do open it up, probably next year, you guys are already in there. So if we do more new live training, then you will be part of that. When we redo the 30-day challenge, you'll be invited to all of that, and obviously at the price that it is today. For as we add to it, and maybe we add more team members who have different areas of expertise, then that price might go up, but that's not going to affect you guys if you guys are in today. All right. So Yusuf, what's up? Is there anything on Facebook that we?
I'm reading the comments, but
I'm finding it now too. Sorry, and you have just as more.
But I'm also sharing the screen, so I don't know which part you want to do first. So.
Okay. So Amien said joined already. Roz says thinking about it. I know. I just was trying to answer the question that they. Whoa, where am I? Oh, geez. Never mind. Okay, I'm giving up on Facebook for now. And let's go back to the screen. So I want to see where you are. So on this page, so when you do, the question was, what do you do when you join? So the great thing to open is that very first thing. It says start here for best results. And it walks you through where you can grab the templates, the training that's covered. So there is the live sessions. It gives you the info. You don't have to click anything, I think. And the core training, which has all the lessons in there, as I mentioned, that you can read or you can listen to if you want to take it with you somewhere. The 30-day challenge, it just gives you the whole overview of what you need to know. So if you go back, also back to the other page, you said that will be the easiest. So then if you want to start digging into some of that self-study training material before we start on Monday, you can see it's down there partway, and the very first post under Journal Maker self-study training is have a peek at that and start from there. And as you complete reading one, you can mark it as done and it'll take you to the next one. So I think that's where we are right now. You can start working through that. You could start looking at what's there. And then Monday is the official day that we will do the actual orientation session. We will walk you through kind of the training a little bit more, show you more about the 30-day challenge and the best way to make that work, and really guide you through. And also, like, if you are a beginner, then you can, we can talk to you about how you might want to work that. If you have experience and you're just looking for certain things like more marketing strategies and stuff, because there's a lot of that stuff, higher level stuff in here as well. We can guide you through there also. And I think that's all I wanted to show for now. So you can turn the screen off if you want. And then later when we show the bonuses, I will show them where to find them.
Okay. And do you want me to take some questions?
That would be awesome. Yes. And thank you.
Sorry for the pronunciation. I know I've got this habit of butchering names sometimes. Charisi Rodriguez is asking, I wonder if my 14-year-old can create journals as well. She went back to school from spring break to find she lost her good friend. Oh no, okay. Due to, yeah, I don't want to mention that, but yeah. So is the program simple and easy to create for a teenager? Basically, that's the question. It's a 14-year-old who's gone through a lot of hardship lately. She lost her friend, and she's wondering whether her daughter can actually enroll in this program and find it easy to follow.
I think like for yeah, like under your guidance, because I think there are rule like 14, or is it 14 that you're like that she could do something like that and purchase something like this and be a part of it. But yeah, I mean, why not? If she's a creative person, she might like, and you think that she would like to be part of the live sessions and things, or participate however she wants. But absolutely, well, why couldn't she make journals? And maybe, if she's kind of a thoughtful kind of person and has gone through a lot, it might be like interesting to explore different, types of journals that she might want to do. Or we teach a lot. There's about like creating prompts and stuff, meaningful prompts, and really digging deep into journaling. And maybe that would be like, also therapeutic for her in a way as well. But I have a 15-year-old child, and there's no reason why that she would be able to, create the product.
The courses and the tutorials are easy to follow.
Yes, I think so.
And they break things down. But in order for her to enroll, then obviously if you purchase the program, then she can obviously take advantage of all of the material, and she can also be involved in asking questions and stuff like that. And even like later on down the road, like we will be adding like some valuable insight about like technology and stuff like that in the community section, which I would believe that people that are younger might actually find it easier to implement some of the additional stuff that we will add later on, because we will be part of the community, and especially if you're like just getting started and you don't know where to start and what type of platform website to build, you can always ask us in the community section, and I will be there to answer your questions. Between Alice and I, we have experience using multiple different platforms, ranging from WordPress, Shopify, Kajabi, and WooCommerce, and so we can actually give you like a tailored advice maybe on where and how to start that your 14-year-old or anyone else for that matter might find useful later on.
So also, like, to clarify too, just so about expectations too, is that we don't like, when it comes to like, if she, obviously to create a journal, we have videos and shows how to edit the templates. That's already in there, and we will also do the Canva class and stuff like that. But when it comes to using a certain platform, like if she wants to post to Etsy or Amazon, we don't teach those steps, because Etsy teaches you that and Amazon teaches you that. Obviously, we have the community where you get stuck and you want to ask and stuff like that. So it's not like it's not showing all those very specific things, because as we often mention, you know, that's the stuff, that's the how-to stuff, that's the step-by-step. It's provided by those different platforms that you want to use. But when you want to learn how to, you know, sell it well, create a good offer, and that's how we can help you. We can also help with those platforms. Yusuf actually does like doing training like that does show the step-by-step. But you're not going to be logging in and learning how to upload a journal to KDP. That's not in the members area, and the reason it's not there is because Kindle tells you how to do that, right? So you're here to learn something different, not just have so that you can be successful at it. Kindle teaches you the mechanics of it.
Yeah. Sean is asking, do I need to have Canva Pro, or can I use the free version of Canva?
You can use the free version of Canva, and the templates were designed with all free elements, or they were intended to be designed that way. If a pro element snuck in there here and there, I'm not sure, but it's meant to be used for free. And I believe that if you don't have pro, it shows you what's missing, and then you can fill in the blank. But yeah, you don't need pro at all. I think it's not very too expensive, and it's certainly worth it. You have access to a lot more images and things like that. And I don't know all the differences between, because I just went with pro because when I read it, I just found that would be easier. But absolutely, you can do it with free.
Sorry, I was trying to get a link for someone that asked for it. So
that's okay. And I have my old laptop, which has a really terrible screen, but I do have it open, so maybe I can go. Madeline's already joined, very excited, yay, great. And I think we answered that one. Yeah, awesome.
And Connie is encouraging everyone who's on the fence to come on board.
Well, Connie, you are always a great cheerleader for us, and we really appreciate you, because we try to deliver good stuff and take care of our customers, and I hope you guys will all see that. Dawn is here just out of curiosity and signing up for the program after this get together. And oh, Colleen, yeah, that was nice.
For people that are asking and they want the original presentation, they can find it in the same group on Facebook.
Yeah. And if you can't find it, just post. If you're on Facebook, you're reading Facebook.
I'm reading Facebook. I added the link to Roz Kelly, who asked initially, but if anyone else is curious, you can actually find it on Facebook. If you go to the group, the event page that we started, and just go look at the first live session or recorded live session, and then you'll find it there.
And if you can't find it, then just leave a comment either on the event page or the Facebook group, and we'll find it. But if you do take a peek around, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. All right, Sue asks, what if we can't keep up with the 30-day challenge? Is this something we can continue on our own? And this is a great question. And because Kajabi is the platform that we're using, that Journal Makers University and eKit Hub University are on, and we're absolutely loving it. And part of the reason we chose it because it has a 30-day challenge platform built right in. Previously, our challenges were done sometimes on Facebook, sometimes on Discord, and everything was disconnected, right? So now everything's in one place for us. So using the 30-day challenge platform is a mystery, a little bit of mystery, but we're still learning it. So, a lot of the content has been set up, but actually how it works and behaves, we were going to do a test of that this morning, but then we did have to take poor Biscuit to the vet, so we haven't looked at it. So I don't know, I know in the 30-day period, if you fall behind, obviously you'll be able to catch up on those days. But as for whether it disappears or it ends or it closes on 30 days, we will do our very best to make sure it stays open. I don't know, but we can always run it again too, right? Because we'll be in the community all the time. So, in a couple months or something, we'll run it again. But I apologize for not being able to answer that a bit better. But we could also, have the content. It's basically we can have the content, as something that you could download and work through the challenge as well too. Because I usually do that. I keep a record of all the, the daily challenges in a document, and I can offer them to you. And Jackie's very excited, and Lynn just made the decision to sign up. Love working with both of you. Thank you, Lynn. Love your 30-day challenges. Definitely recommend them. And this will be better. I know the Discord for Lynn and for me too. Like sometimes I was like, what's going on? But this will be a lot clearer. It'll be in one spot. We'll be in the same area all the time, so it'll be much, much easier. I am looking forward to it, and I look forward to all the surprises that the technology gives us, but we will certainly work through it and have a great 30 days. For people who are wondering, then the challenge, we'll set it up so that, if you're new, then it's going to help you walk through everything and more step by step. If you kind of have experience, you've made printables, you put products up for sale and stuff like that, you could you'll be able to customize it and follow along in the way that works for you, because we don't want to go too fast for anybody, and we also don't want to hold you guys back. We want everybody to get something out of it. And maybe, if you have an established business and you're just adding journals into it, like the way you'll want to approach it is going to be different. So we'll make sure that that is built right into it and that you can all take advantage. Cynthia's signing up. Yay! Okay, so also Kavita asks, if you join the class, how much is it to join? If we don't join the class, can we still purchase the book? So it's $47 to join and get all the templates, the training, and the bonus training that we've already added as well, the self-promotion training, the community, the 30-day challenge. I'm not sure what you mean by book, but the actual training and the community and the 30-day challenge opportunity, that is closing tonight. We do have some of we have those templates and stuff on our shop, eKit shops. You can buy those templates separately if you would like to. It's a much better value to just grab everything and have it all in one spot for you in the Journal Creators University. But yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by book, but if you want to clarify, I can answer.
There was a question, I don't know if you addressed it or not. Sometimes I can't multitask, I can't answer questions and
I hear you.
Hear you at the same time, but in case you answered it, then just, you don't need to answer a second time. What's the difference between a journal and a planner?
Oh, we did answer that, and we actually have a video about it. So we took a clip from the answer.
No, last time it was the journal and a workbook. This time is a journal and a planner.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just on autopilot and hearing the question exactly how I think I want to hear it. Sorry. Great question, because this will allow us to do maybe another little video afterwards. But a journal so I think that, a journal, if someone goes to a store, a bookstore or a stationery store, if those still exist, or Walmart or whatever, and goes to buy a journal, they're thinking of a book that has probably free writing space. Maybe there's little sections, gratitude journals that have little different parts, like what am I answering questions and stuff like that. That's what they expect, right? A planner is a traditional planner is something like this, right? Like it's the calendar basically, and well, my paper's falling out and stuff like that, right? I also think that people use, and that's what someone also going to a store would probably expect. When they're thinking planner, they're thinking Daytimer, which I think is a brand, right? And thinking of that. But also people use the word planner to describe anything that sort of helps them get organized. And I think sometimes the word planner melds into the word workbook, and it's different. So I think that if you're posting products to various platforms where certain words are used, you might want to use the more purist proper wording. But I think the great thing about what we're doing here is that you can kind of combine it all. You can combine a wonderful experience that would have a journal, it would have a planner. Maybe it's in separate, if it's separate documents, if it's a digital download, or if it's a printed product, maybe it kind of melds everything together. It's sort of an all-in-one type of thing. But generally speaking, a planner is to plan, and it's often date-based. Journal is to like explore thoughts and different things. I hope that helps.
I'm answering this in a written form, but someone is asking, still thinking about joining. However, this person, Shauna, sorry, blanked out there. She's thinking of joining, but she's also has journals that she currently is selling on Etsy, but hasn't made any progress there on Etsy. The answer that I wanted to give is that this course actually goes beyond talking about selling on Etsy. This course also covers areas such as how to sell the journals on your own website, right? So, and we will also dive into strategies such as growing your mailing list with these journals and other, marketing techniques that you can use to grow your audience and sell not just your journals but other products as well, right? So,
yeah.
So
I think that's.
If that answer satisfies you, then obviously you can consider it. But if it doesn't, then it's totally up to you. But yeah, go on, Alice.
That's okay. First, I would like I did show it while you were you were talking, but I have my JCU, my Journal Creators University alumni mug. I just wanted to show you guys. Very excited about this. But I think what you're saying is very good. And I did a little live stream with a friend, Val Selby, if anybody knows her, this week, and we really talked about how the landscape of the online thing is changing, right? There's more people selling on Etsy. It used to be you could post on Etsy and your product would get a lot more attention. There's a lot more competition. There's a lot more people posting stuff. And that's the same with every platform. We see that on social media. We, trying to fight with algorithms for them to show our posts and stuff like that, because there's more people posting. Also, we have this added volume comes from AI content and people posting lots of content, and sort of flooding the marketplace. And what I think is forgotten, and this is how you're going to stand apart from everybody else. So if you're struggling to do things on Etsy, what Yusuf talked about is you need to build your audience. We need to remember that we're dealing with human beings. So algorithms may be robots, and we may use robots to help us create our content and put together our products. But ultimately, we are doing business with human beings. And if you can remember that and try to create a great experience for your customers, building a community and stuff like that. So even if you're selling on Etsy, do not rely on Etsy to continue to send you traffic, because they may change the way things go and you're not going to have that. You want to be getting your customers on Etsy onto your own mailing list. So if you're giving them digital downloads, you want to offer them an extra free gift so they're coming to join your list. You also want to add a community kind of component. Email is really important because it's a commercial medium and it's an asset you have to have. But the other side of that in your audience is having a community where you can meet people face to face. As you can see, we do email, we have a Facebook group, we do stuff on YouTube, we meet you guys like this so you can see our faces, and sometimes face to face too on Zoom meetings and things like that. But that's what's really going to carry you through and help you get through all this noise that's out there, right? We have to remember we're dealing with humans and doing the things that will connect with humanity. Let's not lose our humanity. Sounds dramatic, but it's what's going to set you apart. And that's a really kind of a lot of what we teach you. And actually the bonus actually has that we've added to the members area is what is actually focused on that. So I don't know where we are on questions. Okay, maybe I'm on YouTube, so I'll read that one. Linda says for $47, this is a bargain. I belong to another edu business program that costs several $1,000s. Journals are a hot topic. Well, great. So yeah, I agree. Like you can spend a lot on your education, or you can, and you know, what really matters is you put the information to good use. And I hope that we're setting something up that makes it easy for you to do that, encourages you to do that. And we want to really build up this eKit Hub University, where Journal Creators University is. And we're really glad that so many of you have decided to join us so we can start doing that and really making a difference for people. So is there anything on Facebook still, or?
Yeah, let me just give me a minute. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, of course. And then yeah, and maybe we'll just take a quick peek at Facebook, and then we could show the bonus. So I would just need your help with the screen. But no worries. Connie, this is a fantastic opportunity. Ellis and Yusuf, thank you for creating this program. Well, you're of course. Colleen did the Warrior add-on as well. Yeah, there's I don't know if you guys, when you sign up, you'll see there is an upsell, which you don't have to take. It's not an upsell that is gonna that is required to make use of Journal Creators University. It's optional, but it'll save you tons of time, and it's filled with tons of content, printables, things you can make products from, things you can grow your audience with, but on the topic of journaling. Because one thing that you really want to do also with, customers who buy journals or who enjoy journaling, like you want to educate them to use your products, how to journal well, how to get great results from it. And that content, it's a year's worth of content package. We call it a year's worth of content, but you can download it immediately. But there's 12 main topics around journaling so that you can educate your audience. These are great for bonuses and things too. You could create a members area around it as well, right? And then you're able to, you have this membership where you can sell people on the other products or courses that you decide to create, all those kinds of things.
Yeah, Amin Jacobs had a good idea. This is what he said. This may sound a bit crazy. It actually doesn't. I'm looking for concept ideas, thinking about combining journals with struggling early grade learners, 8 to 12-year-old, with math worksheets practice. This exercise will be a combined parent parent and student learner type of project, and I think it's an excellent way of actually doing more with what we give you. And to add a little bit more to it, we've actually done, I don't know if we still have it up on our website, but we've done some sort of package in the past, PLR package for
yeah, we have our year's worth of homeschooling.
Homeschooling, yes. So
yeah, educational materials are hot, and I think that even if it's not for homeschooling, it's extra tutoring, but homeschooling is probably at an all-time high in a lot of parts of the world, especially after COVID and stuff, right? That there's a lot of kids who haven't gone back to school, to traditional school, that they continue to be educated at home, and parents getting more involved with education. It's also something that can be marketed to teachers and stuff like that. It is a great idea.
Yep.
And Linda, thank you for joining us as a YouTube member who's in the eKit Hub Insiders Club. Awesome, thank you. Colleen says, such great value, grateful. And Crazy Old Mama says, hello. Hello, Crazy Old Mama. I love the YouTube name. That is, and Colleen, yes, okay, awesome, perfect. So we could do the same screen when you're ready, Yusuf, of course.
Yeah.
Rush. And so if you go, okay, so this is the members area at the very bottom. there is bonus training and resources. Just to give you guys an overview, and then I'll show you what's there. So there's the self-promotion training that we talked about the other day. That's really more advanced and like great stuff, but not hard to understand. I don't think. I think it's easy to understand, but more advanced marketing techniques. The additional tutorial resource library. There's videos that we've created on creating writing prompts, editing Canva and stuff like that. But we just added the customer experience bonus templates. So if you've joined and you're wondering where the new stuff is, it's at the very bottom. And if you click, you can actually click it, Yusuf, if you'd like, customer experience bonus templates. And there are 3 little template packages that we've added. And the reason we chose this was because we did a poll and asked, we're going to add a last minute bonus. What do you guys want? Asked if you want more journal templates. Do you want marketing templates? Do you want more live sessions? Or do you want more how-to videos? Now, how-to videos was second, but marketing templates was a clear winner, and Yusuf does have plans to do some more how-to, screen share type videos in the coming times, and maybe through the 30-day challenge, we'll see which topics really need to be done. But you guys said marketing templates, and I did ask if people wanted to suggest topics, but I didn't get a lot of topic suggestions. So I went ahead and picked this for you. And the reason I picked these is because of what I just said a moment ago, is about remembering that our business is about people. And in the Facebook group earlier this week too, I made a post about really like, what if you want to stand apart, what will make you stand apart is really how you make your customers feel, right? How you make them feel, how you empower them, how not just how they feel about you, but also them, like how if they feel like they're getting something done or they can do it, right? So this has 3 template packages. One is like there's a user guide with each one, so you can read with tips on the topic. The first is customer service, which is great, of course, and I encourage you to read that. But the ones that I'm excited about are the second 2, and Yusuf is looking at the second one right now, and that's the hosting online challenges guide and templates, right? Because challenges are a great way to grow your list. It's also a great addition to products. It can be a product on its own, but it's helps build a community. So there's a little guide that helps you, start setting yours up, deciding whether you should do free or paid, how to run it, and then some templates to kind of work through, create the content. And because this is something that we've done a lot of times too, you can use the community, go through this stuff, go to the community and try to, we can help you brainstorm ways for you to create a challenge, like what would work well there. Oh, you're on the third one. So the second one, not that we did anything wrong, I just got it wrong. I was like, where'd it go? Then there's also hosting events guides. So events are another way to connect with your audience, to connect with people. These can be online events or in-person events. Our personal experience is online events. I've done a lot of online events, with Yusuf, but also on my own in previous years. I've been doing them since the days where we used Yahoo Groups. Does anybody remember? Was it Yahoo Groups? Is that what it was called? Or Yahoo? Maybe it was something. And we used to do events on there. Like we didn't use video and stuff like that because you just couldn't do that. And I've been doing events like, customer events, networking events, and multi-speaker events, all kinds of different stuff. I've done a lot of that stuff. And it is a great way also to connect with your customers, maybe your potential partners too. You can have events for other journal people who sell journals or in the printables market, or educators in the niche that you work in. Like it's a great way to connect with those people or give those people opportunities to speak at an event. So then you create these relationships with them. So there's a guide to kind of help you brainstorm your event and really get it organized. There's also ideas for using platforms for them. Same with the challenges. There's platform and resource links. And if you also need any, you'd want to brainstorm that kind of thing, like where to do it, how to do it, we can help you with that as well. But I hope you guys like this little addition to it. because we want you guys, yeah, to be able to stand out in the market and also to build that audience, which is the real asset that you need right now. Everyone's trying to get people's attention, and attention spans are fleeting. But when you can really connect and make them feel a certain way in that they can get something done, they can, you know, feel empowered, educated, and all this stuff by being a part of your community, they're going to keep coming back to that. Yahoo Groups, Cynthia said, yes. Yeah, I remember one time I did something wrong in my settings and it suddenly everyone was replying to everybody, and I went to sleep and a big fight ensued because it was like something you do online, but it would be sent by email as well, and I created quite a kerfuffle with Yahoo Groups once. Hello, Ellen. Ellen's joining from Ontario. All right. Perfect. All right, so I don't know. I think we're caught up on YouTube. If I missed any, I think Yusuf's watching Facebook. I'm watching YouTube. If I missed anything, can you?
Yeah, I'm back on YouTube now. So Cynthia is saying she missed the poll and she wishes that she put in the marketing template. I don't know if you covered that.
Well, there you go. I did see that actually. All right. Oh, actually, there's a great question from Cynthia, actually, up a bit. I did miss that. Do you think the planners and journals are a saturated market now with so many people doing them, or even printables in general? So no, because I mean, if you are trying to just post stuff and hope that you get your share from the Amazon algorithm or for Etsy algorithm, I wouldn't say it's saturated, but I say that's a little more difficult, right? But when you are approaching this from a people perspective or a certain niche that you want to get into, you want to reach a certain target audience, a certain type of customer, there's always potential because the way you're going to help them with your printables, whether they're journals or planners, is going to be unique from somebody else. So that's what we really want to teach you is that any like saturation on in a certain place is not going to affect you. You're going to be building your own audience that wants to learn what you have to share with them. Madeline, you're very welcome. Says thank you for the bonus. So again, if you guys have joined it, it is on the main, like when you go into the main course, it's at the very bottom because all the bonuses and extra stuff is at the very bottom. So it's not meant to be hidden down there, but there's just a lot in there. Also, don't be overwhelmed if you see a lot in there. Again, the orientation session on Monday, we'll be able to walk through stuff and make sure that
Niece Edwards is asking, hi Alice, I already signed up. Curious if you will be covering upscaling any AI images we create for our journal covers.
Probably not, because I don't even know what that means. Sorry. No, the AI class that we're doing, actually we talked about it last time a little bit, but so you guys may have heard this, but it's about enhancing your work. We're not Yusuf's going to cover a little bit of like graphic stuff, but we're not going super deep into it. And we also have this approach where we want to use AI tools and we want to save time, but we also don't want to forget the people part about it, right? And I know that Nisi's not suggesting that any push button things. She's obviously talking about some more advanced use of AI tools for graphic creation. So, but that's something that we won't be covering. But if you ever want resources or people who can teach stuff like that, I'm sure we can connect you with somebody. We want to just show you how to create a better customer experience. So a lot of focus on, creating writing prompts or coming up with ideas, brainstorming products and things like that. We'll show you how to use AI to do those types of things. Do you know what that means actually?
Me?
The upscale was the phrase.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you want to elaborate, we can definitely
Oh,
dive
it's okay.
deeper into
I'm
it.
just like, I mean, we're not, I don't think we are, but actually, yeah, maybe if Nisi does elaborate, maybe it's not as
Mhm.
difficult to understand as I thought it might be.
But as Alice said, like we if we incorporate any AI into anything, we like to use it as sort of like an assistant that will help us, but at the same time also implement our human fingerprints into it rather than just have it all just done by AI.
Yeah.
That's the logic behind what we're doing. Maybe in the future that will change, but as far as now and as far as I'm concerned, it is. AI it's not really there yet to completely replace human,
So
like the human footprint, if you will.
I hope. Uh, uh, Ellen says also journals are a great lead generator or bonus for courses you also provide. Really, they are. And that, when I jumped in and said we have a YouTube video about was what it actually is what's the difference between a workbook and a journal. And it's on our YouTube channel now. It's a little clip from our live stream the other day, but I also added a quick look at the journal that we actually added to our Fast and Simple course creation program. So you can actually, if you want to have a peek at that, but it was an extra addition that made the program more valuable. Partly it makes it like in total honesty, and partly it makes it more valuable because the people who use it will get a lot out of it. But it also, just optics sake, sometimes adding a printable or a variety of printables that are obviously useful and people see that, but a lot of people won't use them, but they're interested because it adds value. It adds some more tangible element into what you're teaching them. So they're not just going in to read an ebook or listen to an audio or watch a video, but you're giving them an actual tool to use afterward, and that can dramatically increase the interest in them, buying what you have to offer. And I do think that like anybody who's selling journals, as standalone products, if the business is going very well that way, maybe you don't want to do other things. But I do think that if you're selling on platforms, you still want to bring people, and selling them well, you still want to bring people to your own, your own place, your own list, your own community, because that may not always be that way. And then you do want to combine these other things of teaching, like, I was Ellen who said that about combining it with a course. You probably do want to do some element of teaching at some point. If that sounds scary now, don't worry about it. You can do it later. But you do have to be a little, I think, creative to make this customer base that you grow, to make it last and to make it continue to be a valuable asset for you. But it's one step at a time. You don't have to have it all at once. All right. And Colleen says that's the key to AI for sure. And it's not it's a tool, not a replacement. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of software out there, and the way it's marketed, it's like, oh, push the button, it makes the products and you're good to go. But all that other stuff is missing. Or like even when it comes to sales pages, a lot of people or product pages, a lot of people will allow AI to spit out like paragraphs upon paragraphs for them. And I don't think that's the best way to use it, because AI, like ChatGPT in particular, is what I have the most experience with, obviously, and I've seen what comes out of the other ones as well. It's very wordy, and it needs so much editing. So I find when you use AI tools to help you create any type of written content, you have to do it in tiny little chunks, and you have to ask very specific questions, and then you have to read what it tells you, and then you need to edit it, and then you need to build on it. Like to ask it to, I would never ask any AI to like write a whole article for me, or even, I don't even trust it to do a whole paragraph because it has a lot of filler. It just Like I feel like sometimes when I speak also I have a lot of filler, but writing, I think I could be more concise. So what's up, Yusuf?
I'm not sure if we addressed it on camera, but I answered it in the comment section. So Roz Kelly's asking, I'm not certain if I should be using journal, planner, or workbook for my running business freebie. And the answer would be like, you can always use a combination of, all of these things and add a report to them. That discusses a certain topic, and make sure you've customized the journals to reflect the message on the report, or whatever information they try to deliver on the report, so that it become like sort of a cohesive package, if you will. And you can use that as part of your high value content offer, which is something that you give out for free in your Facebook ads or YouTube ads, or even underneath your Facebook post or YouTube post or whatever. Yeah, just give them a link to it so that they can download it. So that could be like a lead magnet of some sort. You can always combine all of these things together in order to enhance your high value content offer, right? So that would be my suggestion. So you can, yeah.
I think that's great. And I was trying to get Aurelia to come say hello. The kitty was gonna maybe say hi, but she got camera shy. But also when you're thinking about what you want to offer as your free offer, if you are just like starting out and you just want to grow a big list, you probably do want to make this big thing that really grabs their attention, and then that way you get lots of targeted people and you can explore what they're interested in, you can learn about them. If you have a product for sale and you're making a free offer, like when you said I don't know what to do, journal, workbook, you want to offer something that is going to lend itself to buy the product that you want. Like if you're creating a funnel where you have a free offer and you want to upsell them into a paid product. So you want to do that strategically and think about what would a buyer of my product, what could they download for free, put to use, and then they'll want to buy the product. Because journals are great sometimes because you can phrase questions in a certain way that gets them thinking about the product you want to buy. So maybe you're going to teach them how to train their cat or something. I don't know why that came to, well, I do know why that came to my mind. I'm staring at the cat. But you want to train your cat, and then like you will ask them certain questions, and like this is silly because who's going to journal about that? That was a bad example. I'm sorry, because that's more about asking questions. You could do quizzes and things like that for something like that. But journaling, perhaps where they're maybe dealing with a difficult child, and you have like a coaching program or something that you want them to sign up, or maybe you have a course or a workbook or something like that. You can ask them questions that about their child and get them to start thinking about themselves and their own behavior, and you can mention things that first of all, you can mention your product in the writing prompts that you give out for free, or you can prepare them to ask questions that will lead them into that coaching program. If your coaching program teaches them maybe how to control their own emotions, right? There's a lot of what parenting problems come from parents not being able to handle their emotions, right? And then they get upset with their children, and then things don't work well. So maybe the free journal that you offer would tell them, kind of get them thinking about like, how do I react to certain things? And then it sort of prepares them, them realizing, okay, I need to learn to control my temper, to control my emotions, to make better decisions when I'm upset and stuff like that. And then they go into the program from there. I hope that makes some sense, right? Obviously, not everybody is going to be selling a coaching program. It might be something else, but that's the way you want to do it, is you want to offer something free that kind of primes them to buy what you have to sell.
Yeah.
And if you want to do a cat training journal, go ahead. My cat hypnotizes me sometimes.
You can do one about how to train a cat and how to do, if you have that type of experience, right? So it's not like
Of course, that would be like a workbook.
a
Yeah.
workbook type of thing.
I think.
And
But what
yeah,
I was trying to do is like go from the free to the paid, but yeah, that was a silly example.
yeah. Okay, we've got an answer to upscaling. I sort of understood it the same way, but I wasn't 100% sure. Upscaling image means, changing DPI from 72 to 300.
Oh, for
Um,
AI.
yeah, so not Shopify, Photoshop. Photoshop has got, they have implemented AI into it right now. I haven't honestly, because I don't do a lot of, this stuff. I haven't really gone into it and how to use it. So no, to answer your question, I don't think we would be helpful in that sense.
Yeah, that's for
Um,
more technical graphic design that, yeah.
yeah.
Thing. But
Yeah.
Colleen, great product idea in the YouTube chat is journals for cats. There you go. You heard it from Colleen.
Yeah.
Because your cat might be your neighbor's cats might be interested in journaling. We actually, our dog, in our house with
Mhm.
the little fluffy dog with Scout Yusuf, Sasha and I call it whenever she has a meal and then she goes to the bed and she rolls around and she's so happy. And we always call it she's writing in her gratitude journal. So
Oh,
because it's funny, like it's like she is expressing gratitude for the meal she just had. She's excited and like.
that's funny.
So we could maybe teach her to write in a journal. Maybe she could create journals.
Sorry, I'm answering questions at the same
That's all
time.
good. But maybe are we maybe just getting ready to wrap it up, or like is there
Yeah.
anything else we've missed? I think on YouTube, have we missed anything? I'm looking at YouTube. I actually don't even know where to go on Facebook to look, so I'm letting Yusuf handle that part. It's great having a partner too, like you guys, you can work on things together like this, handling multiple windows, but also just our different skill sets and stuff. And I hope that, our community is really going to grow well, where you'll be able to connect with other people and perhaps make those connections where there's going to be people you can partner with on stuff. I know, like, I'm sure that somewhere watching, someone has known me maybe since 2002 or later. And I used to have a message board at internetbasedmoms.com that I no longer own that website. I think it exists still, but it was a community where that totally happened. And so many of us still know each other and we still interview each other, do things together, promote each other. And that all happened from being a part of a community of like-minded business owners. So I think some of that has been lost because we don't use those old message boards or bulletin boards or whatever that they're called, but we're bringing it back. So in the Journal Creators University, there is the community, the message board, whatever you want to call it. And we'll give you a little tour of that as well on Monday, just so you know, because there are different places you can go and talk so that you guys have a really good idea of where everything is in there and how we can best use it. Because we really do want that to be an important part. We do have our Facebook group too, but that's a lot of people, and Facebook doesn't even show you all the posts, right, that you may want to see in the groups that you're involved with. So, having this focused place where you can go to and get help and connect with people, that's our goal.
Certainly. Mhm. Yeah, you brought up a good point. In the community, you can actually meet other people and potentially, you can see the people that are most active, the most, knowledgeable and all that stuff. And then you can potentially partner up later on with somebody that has or that have a certain skill set that you might not have, right? And you might have the other, and then together you might, you know, complete each other and be able to start a business together, or at least go back and forth and bounce some ideas off of each other. So
I've been like, this is something I've been like, obviously it takes a while to build up those connections, but those connections built pretty quickly. And those are still like a lot of the core people I go to, the ones that I met at the very beginning. And I, like in my business, I don't ever, you know, I mean, once in a while we have used like Fiverr to find a new designer or something like that. But generally speaking, no matter what we need in our business, we can just talk to somebody we know, um, or we can reach out to community and find that someone in our community knows who we need to find. Like, it's not like we have everything at our fingertips pretty much because of the connections that have been made.
yeah, definitely. And also, like, it's not just a matter of partnering up with other people. You can also use the simple form of it, which is using each other as affiliates, right? Joining each other's affiliate programs and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That way you don't have to, you know, merge the businesses together, but you can actually use each other's email lists to grow sales while you give each other a kickback, you know, for the amount of traffic that you contribute, right? So
yeah, but one like cautionary tip I'd like to give, and I think most people understand this though too, is not to approach any community, not our community or any community on like, okay, I've got this product, can you guys promote it? I'll promote you. Like, that's not going to work. It's relationships, right? You still have to build them. You do have to, like, you know, interact with each other's posts. If you see people posting question and you know the answer, help them out. If you see them posting and they like aren't sure if their design is very good, you know, give them encouragement, give them feedback, constructive criticism, like, be helpful. Obviously, these are still people. Again, we're dealing with people, right? That we have to build these relationships. You kind of have to be sort of friends before you're going to be asking, or for most people, that you have to be sort of friends before you're going to ask for that or promote them first. Pay attention to what they're making, what kind of products they're making, and start promoting them and build, you know, open up discussions and things that way.
yeah, and then also, like, we're gonna later on dive deeper into like other ways of making noise online and stuff like that, and it will revolve around actually like interviewing other people and your guests. If you're struggling, you can actually potentially find somebody within the community that you can bring on your new show, because I know, like, when you first start a show, it's going to be difficult to
you're like, whoa,
well
whoa.
Okay, a show to me is a simplified version of a podcast where you just ask a few questions, you know, bounce a few days or
Right,
a
and you
few
can do that
ideas.
once in a while. It doesn't have to even be an official show, right? Like,
Yeah,
but
it
it's a
doesn't
great
have to
thing
be an
to do.
official, exactly. But when you find somebody, you know, it's, instead of, you know, asking them to promote you, you just ask them to come on your show, and then that way, you know, you talk to them, they get to know you, you get to know them, and then you build a rapport with each other, and then you can take it on to the next level where he or she becomes your affiliate, and then you go on and on.
Yeah.
Alice and I, we're using this approach as well, and we do have a show coming up soon. I think we just got busy with this launch, so we haven't really released the first episode. We already have
We have
several.
lots of interviews.
Yeah, we have interviewed a lot of people. Some of them, the people that we work with already, and some of them are people that we've never worked with, and they potentially will be our future affiliates, right? It's a different approach. And the show, I believe the first episode, we just got busy with this course because we wanted to do it and make it as good as possible, so we postponed the release of the first episode. But the first one will come out potentially April 10th. That's the deadline that we're setting, or maybe a little bit later. We'll see based on the class. But yeah, we have several episodes where you can actually hear us talk to our members, and then learn maybe how we take on you know, the interview process and the approach, and then maybe you can implement it yourself by finding guests in our community. So
yeah, and like, yeah, doing interviews is a brilliant way, right? To build relationships, to bring expertise to your audience. Also help if you're going to promote that person's products with an affiliate link, that can boost the sales. Like, there's just so many benefits to it. It helps everybody.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it could be a good
Yeah.
good
All right. Well, I think, yes, I am ready to wrap it up because I'm going to check on Biscuit and all that stuff. And I do hope you guys will join us. I know it sounds like a lot of you are already in. Maybe one quick look at okay, so remember on the order process was done through Warrior Plus. So they show on the list here, it shows not your first names, just your emails. So I'm not going to read out your emails, but it looks like we've had Valcom, Rhonda, bot 5 something. I'm not gonna read it out. Some bot joined us. Rhonda, Bailey, Roz, yay. And okay, Cynthia, and a lot of names. Actually, there's quite a few, but they're email addresses, so I'm not going to read out the email addresses. I need to find. I think somewhere else in Warrior Plus we can find first names, because I wanted to say hello to you guys and welcome you. And I know a lot of you were already in before we got started, but I had a bit of scrolling to do in the last hour, so very glad you guys have decided to join us.
I think we could actually cover one more excuse me, one more thing here. Cynthia's asking about, I'm just trying to find it first before I can actually bring it up. She's asking about the Insiders Club, which is the.
Do you know? Wait a second. You might not know what that is. That's the YouTube membership. That's the YouTube membership, because we had someone join. So we do have like a membership where there's like live streams each month, and there's some other perks that you could do of joining. And we did have Linda join us earlier, and that's why Cynthia saw it. So
how about the platinum inner circle? Are we gonna talk about that? Or okay, leave it for next time.
I'm sorry. Yeah, poor Biscuit. Biscuit, we like have it a seizure or possibly a stroke. We didn't know, so the whole day has kind of been thrown off. And I love talking to you guys, but I think I'm gonna go check on her, and we're gonna get ready for Monday. We're gonna get ready for the 30-day challenge, and yeah, I find I'm sitting where I don't normally sit, and I feel my back hurts. I feel very uncomfortable. I'll be in the office on Monday.
Yeah.
And okay, I could go forever.
Yeah. So we're caught up on YouTube, and it seems like we're caught up on Facebook as well. We'll be answering a few more questions in the coming.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a few more hours to join for now, but once you're into, you have the community if you have any questions about things, or just, come for that orientation session. If you can't make it, it will be recorded, but we will help you out.
Yeah, well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, and sorry for being so. I don't think we rushed, but
no,
we can talk about there is a platinum inner circle which is available for people who join. We can talk about that with the people who join anyway. So we'll give you a much closer tour of that as well, how that works.
Yeah, definitely.
Next week.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, Yusuf, you gotta help me.
Yeah, I'll shut it. Don't worry.
Do you have YouTube? I probably have YouTube stream. I can do the YouTube one.
I'll do everything.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.